Story 1 of 8. Victoria's 20% car registration rebate and cost of living measures ahead of election. Victoria's 20% car registration rebate and cost of living measures ahead of election. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Victoria's government announced a 20% rebate on light vehicle registration fees, up to $186 per car, $372 for 2 vehicles, starting June 1, 2026, for the 2025-26 financial year. The rebate applies to vehicles under 4.5 tons, cars, utes, motorbikes, vans, registered to personal use, with up to 2 vehicles eligible per owner. Applications for the rebate open June 1, 2026, and close July 31, 2026, via the Services Victoria website. The rebate is estimated to cost the state $750 million in foregone revenue. Premier Jacinta Allen framed the rebate as a one-off cost of living help amid rising fuel prices due to the war in the Middle East. But not all outlets told the same story. The Age states Victoria's debt is forecast to swell from $165.8 billion to $192.6 billion by 2029, while no other source provides this exact figure for comparison. The Age mentions a $432 million plan for free public transport, but other sources only reference the cost of the rebate, $750 million, without specifying the transport discount's total cost. This story was covered by ABC News, news.com.au, and The Age. Story 2 of 8. Missing 5-year-old Aboriginal girl Kumanjayi Little Baby found dead, arrest of suspect Jefferson Lewis sparks riots. Missing 5-year-old Aboriginal girl Kumanjayi Little Baby found dead, arrest of suspect Jefferson Lewis sparks riots. Here's what every outlet agrees on. The body of a 5-year-old girl, referred to as Kumanjayi Little Baby, was found on April 30, 2026, around 11:30 a.m. local time, 5 kilometers south of Old Timers Town Camp in Alice Springs, Northern Territory. Kumanjayi Little Baby went missing from Old Timers Town Camp, also called Illaperini Camp, on April 26, 2026, around 11:30 p.m. Jefferson Lewis, 47, was arrested on April 30, 2026, around 10 p.m. local time at a residence in Alice Springs, in connection with Kumanjayi Little Baby's death. Lewis was seen with Kumanjayi Little Baby holding hands around 11 p.m. on April 25, 2026, near Old Timers Camp, shortly before she was reported missing. Lewis had been released from prison 6 days before Kumanjayi Little Baby's disappearance and had a history of serious assaults and domestic violence-related offenses. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian and ABC report that Jefferson Lewis was beaten by a crowd before police arrived, but the Guardian states he was subjected to a sustained attack, while ABC does not specify the duration of the attack. The ABC and Guardian mention that Lewis was taken to Alice Springs Hospital, but the Guardian states he was later flown to Darwin, while ABC and other sources do not mention this transfer until later reports. The Guardian and ABC report that Lewis was arrested at a residence in Alice Springs, but the SMH and The Age mention he was found in Charles Creek Town Camp before being taken to a residence for arrest. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, news.com.au, SBS News, Sydney Morning Herald and The Age. Story 3 of 8. Royal Commission finds counter-terrorism funding decline amid rising threats. Royal Commission finds counter-terrorism funding decline amid rising threats. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Intelligence funding increased from $10.9 billion in 2020-21 to $14.3 billion in 2024-25, 31% rise. ASIO received a 37% funding increase over the same period. The proportion of funding allocated to counter-terrorism significantly declined across the national intelligence community, NIC, from 2020 to 2025. The Bondi terror attack occurred in December 2024, prompting the Royal Commission on Antisemitism and Social Cohesion's interim report. ASIO's focus shifted from terrorism to counterintelligence, espionage, until 2024, when the terror threat level was raised to probable. But not all outlets told the same story. News Kamau states Angus Taylor explicitly called the funding reallocation an egregious error, while ABC frames it as a concerning issue without the same strong language. News Kamau reports Albanese dodged questions about counter-terrorism resourcing, while ABC states he deflected the question, with slightly different phrasing. News Kamau emphasizes the opposition's claim that the government allocated money away from counter-terrorism, while ABC focuses more on the coalition's broader critique of leadership, judgment, and preparedness. This story was covered by ABC News and news.com.au. Story 4 of 8. UK raises terrorism threat level to severe after antisemitic stabbing in Golders Green. UK raises terrorism threat level to severe after antisemitic stabbing in Golders Green. Here's what every outlet agrees on. UK terrorism threat level raised to severe, second highest of 5 tiers, on the 1st of May, 2026, meaning a terrorist attack is highly likely within 6 months. The attack occurred in Golders Green, North London, on the 30th of April, 2026, targeting 2 Jewish men, aged 76 and 34, who were in stable condition in hospital. Suspect is a 45-year-old British national born in Somalia, named Issa Suleiman, ABC, or Issa Suleiman, Guardian, with a history of serious violence and mental health issues. Suspect was referred to the UK's counter-radicalisation scheme Prevent in 2020 and cleared of being a terrorist danger within 6 weeks. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer visited Golders Green on the 30th of April, 2026 and faced heckling from protesters, including chants of Keir Starmer Juhama. But not all outlets told the same story. ABC states the suspect was born in Somalia, while Guardian does not specify his country of birth beyond being a British national. ABC reports the suspect was referred to Prevent in 2020 and had a history of serious violence, including stabbing a police officer and dog in 2008, while Guardian only mentions the 2020 Prevent referral and does not detail the 2008 incident. ABC explicitly states the attack occurred just after 11 a.m., while Guardian does not provide a specific time. This story was covered by ABC News and The Guardian. Story 5 of 8. Poliovirus detected in Perth wastewater, Australia's vaccination status and response. Poliovirus detected in Perth wastewater, Australia's vaccination status and response. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Poliovirus type 2, vaccine-derived, detected in Perth wastewater in mid-April 2026. Western Australia's Chief Health Officer is Dr. Claire Hupperts. WA children's poliovirus vaccination coverage is 92%. Australia was declared polio-free in 2000, with no known local transmission since 1972. WA Health increased wastewater testing frequency to weekly at the Subiaco plant for 6 months. But not all outlets told the same story. ABC states the detection was extremely unusual, while News Kamau describes it as significant without explicitly calling it unusual. This story was covered by ABC News and news.com.au. Story 6 of 8. Identification of remains of missing man Jeff Mundy in SA bushland after 5+ years. Identification of remains of missing man Jeff Mundy in SA bushland after 5+ years. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Remains found in bushland at Inman Valley, Fleurieu Peninsula, south of Adelaide, on April 24, 2026. Jeffrey Robert Mundy was last seen by family on December 19, 2020, in the Seaford area, south of Adelaide. SA police confirmed the remains belonged to Jeffrey Robert Mundy, discovered by a bushwalker near Mount Alma Road. Police declared Mundy's disappearance a major crime in 2020, investigated by Major Crime Investigation Branch under Task Force Southern. Police are offering a reward of up to $200,000 for information leading to a conviction in Mundy's murder. But not all outlets told the same story. No contradictions found between the two sources. This story was covered by ABC News and news.com.au. Story 7 of 8. Australia's extreme heat as deadliest natural disaster needs urgent policy action. Australia's extreme heat as deadliest natural disaster needs urgent policy action. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Extreme heat caused more deaths in Australia between 2000 to 2018 than all other natural hazards combined, over 18 years. The NSW Net Zero Commission called for updated planning rules and emergency responses to address extreme heat, comparing it to bushfire and flood preparedness. Western Sydney was identified as a hotspot for heat-related fatalities in the 2000 to 2018 period. The report recommends minimum thermal safety standards for rental, social, and Aboriginal housing, which would improve 35% of NSW's housing stock. NSW Health was urged to track and publish data on heat-related deaths, and SafeWork NSW was recommended to mandate business-level heat stress plans. But not all outlets told the same story. ABC states the NSW government has made progress on addressing heat stress in some ways mentioned by the review, while Newscomau frames the issue as a bombshell report with no prior significant action. This story was covered by ABC News and news.com.au. Story 8 of 8. Queensland Rail Industrial Action disrupts train services from May 5, 2026. Queensland Rail Industrial Action disrupts train services from May 5, 2026. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Queensland rail services will be reduced by approximately 20% from Tuesday, May 5, 2026, with 300 fewer weekday services operating. The revised timetable will operate similarly to a Saturday schedule, with peak services running every 15 minutes and off-peak services every 30 minutes. The industrial action involves the Electrical Trades Union and the Australian Manufacturing Workers Union refusing maintenance work, leading to a shortage of operational trains. Transport Minister Brent Mickelberg urged unions to end strike action and return to negotiations, stating, "My message to the unions today is to stop this strike action, get back to work and get back to the negotiating table." Queensland Rail's latest offer to the Fair Work Commission included an 8% pay rise over 3 years, with a cost of living adjustment if inflation exceeds that rate. But not all outlets told the same story. ABC states Queensland Rail put an offer to the Fair Work Commission on Monday night, but Newscomau does not mention this specific timeline for the offer. Newscomau specifies 300 fewer weekday services, while ABC states 273 fewer weekday services, with no resolution to this discrepancy. This story was covered by ABC News and news.com.au.